Since 1980, Bob Ryan has been the chief meteorologist at WRC TV NBC Channel 4 here in Washington, D.C. Bob Ryan visited Aldrin Elementary School in Reston back in February, where sixth graders are learning about, you guessed it, the weather. School Scene's Jeff Clark was on hand and brings us this story. Jeff?
Do you know how NBC4 weatherman Bob Ryan first got interested in studying the weather? Sixth graders at Aldrin Elementary School do. This was one of the many tidbits about himself and about meteorology Ryan shared with students during his visit to the school. The famous weather prognosticator was invited by Zaina Kamis. Zaina, a teacher intern from Marymount University, wanted to enhance the weather unit her students are studying as part of the sixth grade science and technology curriculum.
The sixth graders this year are studying weather and the atmosphere and climate. And so this was a great way to tie it into our SOLs and bring him in as an expert on the subject, because I only know so much. So we've studied weather for 4 months. We've learned about the layers of the atmosphere, clouds, the water cycle, radiation, and we're just getting into meteorology. So that's where I thought, who is the best and brightest that I can bring in? And that's where I got Bob Ryan.
During his visit, Bob Ryan gave a multimedia presentation to students.
There's the North Pole right up there. Here's Canada, okay? Watch what happens. And you can see the date. I'll get out of the way. Can you see that? So there we are in January. This is in the middle of, still in the middle of winter. Now we're getting into springtime, and the ice and some of those things flying by are clouds, but the gray area, the general gray area there is in the ice. And watch, see along here in Greenland? Look at this stuff. What do you think that is? Icebergs, icebergs. But look at what's happening to the Arctic ice sheet. And it goes through this. This was the year when it was at the minimum. And then in the winter it does refreeze, but look at how little is left. And here's the Northwest Passage, where they're talking about being able to now have it ice-free.
We learned about meteorology and the weather and climate and global warming and how it's affecting polar ice caps.
Bob Ryan was like a really good meteorologist, and he told a lot about the study of meteorology.
So this is taken at about 4,000 frames. That's the lightning coming down. You can see how all the different branches, and then actually right at the bottom there's another little branch that goes up and joins it. And when you're seeing this light go up and down, that's the charge. Hundreds of thousands of amps going up and down that lightning channel.
I think they loved the real life videos. They loved seeing the lightning bolt, and they loved to see the tornadoes and the hurricanes. And I think when you make it real and you make it connect to their own life, that they take more interest in it. And right now they're in the classroom writing thank you letters and explaining what they liked most, so they're still excited. This
was a bank's surveillance camera that was watching across the street, and over in the left you can see the tornado starting to come in, and the dark. So this is a tornado with probably winds of 250 miles an hour. Uh-oh, there goes the house and back. There goes the roof. There goes the house. Nobody was in the house.
The coolest thing that we saw was this video of a car getting absolutely destroyed by a tornado.
This was a small tornado. There it goes. Whoa. And so if you think you're safe in a car, here, look at these cars. These cars, nothing happened to them. There it goes again. Woo.
I hope that they see meteorology and science as something more fun and exciting, and that it's tangible. You know, they can be Bob Ryan. They can go out and study the weather and have fun doing so. And I hope that they've learned something and that they can tie in what they've learned in the classroom to his profession as a meteorologist.
Teaching about the weather and opening young eyes to careers in meteorology. All in a day's work for NBC's Bob Ryan. Now, I wonder if he takes requests. Can this weekend be sunny with temperatures in the mid-70s? Clear skies ahead. For School Scene, I'm Jeff Clark.
More tools, and also the science of weather has really advanced a lot.